The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has caused massive damage to society, closing numerous businesses and wreaking havoc upon the economy. People are forced to stay at home, unable to work, and as a result, millions are now at risk of losing their homes as they cannot pay rent. As rental fees pile up past their due date, landlords will eventually be forced to remove tenants from their rented property. This is known as eviction, and is a complicated legal process that has caused many to become homeless. Fortunately, there is a way to stop eviction from happening if one has encountered financial troubles due to the pandemic. In Illinois, Governor J.D. Pritzker has instituted an eviction moratorium, which allows tenants to file a declaration of their inability to pay rent due to the pandemic. This will stop the eviction process from being carried out. There are also many programs that can help one navigate the legal process of eviction, as well as provide some amount of rent for the tenant. However, the deadline to apply for these programs is approaching fast, and some people are still not aware of some of the programs that may help them. In this video, we will discuss the eviction process, the legal rights of both tenants and landlords, and programs that can help tenants during the financial crisis caused by the pandemic. First of all, what is eviction? Eviction is a legal process by which landlords can deny tenants from accessing their property after repeated failure to pay rent. It can only be executed by a sheriff and follows a 5-step process consisting of a notice, a court filing, a summons, a court hearing, and finally an enforcement of the order by a sheriff. Currently, many people are at risk of eviction, as the financial crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic has made it harder for them to pay rent on time. However, Governor J.D. Pritzker's eviction moratorium means that one can file a declaration of financial hardship and either prevent the eviction process from happening or stop the eviction process at any stage.
Landlords and tenants both have rights concerning their living space and property. First off, as a tenant, you have the right to not be discriminated against in a habitable home. Discrimination is something that causes many people pain, but thanks to some policies like the Illinois Human Rights Act and the Illinois Immigration Tenant Protection Act, these acts of discrimination are lessened. For instance, landlords cannot force a tenant to move by using their immigration status to threaten them. The second right you have is to a habitable home, meaning you should have the essential services of heat, water, and electricity. These services must be repaired immediately if they stop working. Another right you have is to privacy, as the landlord cannot enter your home without notifying you first, and you have a right to communicate with your landlord via email, letters, or text. The third right you have occurs when you are at risk for eviction. You have the right to receive a written notice about the eviction, fix your violation if you are not complying with the lease, be represented by an attorney, remain in the home until an eviction has been ruled by a legal court, and complete a declaration form which can stop an eviction. A way that landlords can forcefully evict people is by a lockout, where they change or disable locks, threaten violence, or make the property uninhabitable. This method is illegal, and you can report this by first documenting the event, then contacting an organization that can be a mediator between the landlord and the police. The Metropolitan Tenants Organization, or MTO, is a good place to start when faced with these types of situations, and you can call them at 773-292-4988. Property owners have rights too. Evictions are a complicated process, and landlords can search for advice on the website cookcountylegalaid.org. Their phone number is 855-956-5763. Homeowners can also enter into a forbearance program on the website cvls.org/cares. Their phone number is 312-332-8785. Homeowners can also apply for rental assistance. There are many programs that both tenants and landlords can contact in order to receive financial assistance. Among these programs, the two largest ones are the IHDA and the IDHS. The IHDA serves the entire state of Illinois. It can only provide rental assistance of up to $25,000 per tenant. To qualify for the IHDA, you must be behind on your rent for at least 30 days, use a rented home in Illinois as your primary residence, have an income that does not exceed 80% of the AMI, or Area Median Income, and be at risk of eviction due to financial hardship caused by the pandemic. The IDHS also serves the entire state of Illinois and can provide both rental assistance and some limited utility assistance. However, there is no maximum amount of assistance that can be provided by the IDHS. The qualifications for the IDHS are similar to the ones for the IHDA, except that priority will be given to immigrants, refugees, and mixed-status households. Our very own YMCA NAWC is also helping during this time of crisis. They are providing outreach programs to inform tenants and landlords, housing and utility assistance, and legal consultations. You can contact them to receive a referral for any of the programs mentioned above. Eviction is a complicated subject with many minor details that many people do not know fully. However, we hope this video gives you some more insight into the process. Any violations that you see someone make should be reported immediately. Your rights are something that should not be taken advantage of, especially when it comes to your living space. The COVID-19 pandemic has been and will continue to be a challenge in our daily lives. However, it can be made a little bit easier due to the various programs that have been made available. Finding a suitable program can be a challenging aspect of escaping eviction, but searching through some of the programs listed in this video might be a good start.